The point of this is we must always be in a process of reform, and we must use the Spirit to identify the hazards in all of this wonderful development. And in order to do that, we have to have independent thought, critical thinking, silence, and reflection. Hello, it's so good to be with you. And we are here at this moment to embrace the wonderful time that we live in. We live in an age of science and an age of technology, and marvelous things have come to all of us from that. And what we're looking at today is this process of identifying any downsides. What would be the hazards that would come with those wonderful advancements? I am a Christian, I'm a Catholic, and I speak from that perspective. And what I would say is that when Christ came the first time, he came because the Father wanted to alert us that worrying and troubling religion was harming his people. And so then Christ came, he highlighted and identified that the Pharisees were doing damage. And what was Christ concerned about? Was he highlighting what they didn't have enough to eat or places to live? Social justice? Yes. Those things were important to the Lord, as we see by Scripture. And yet, there was something something even more exquisitely important to God's children. And that was their spirits. And what happens if you have bad religion is that the spirit can be suffocated. And this is never going to be the plan for God's children. It's never going to be the plan for all of us. It's like you have a candle, and then you put it under something that sucks out the oxygen, and the light goes out. And then what do you have? Well, you have a candle, but you can put it anywhere. If it's unlit, it's not going to illuminate for anybody, especially for the person, him or herself. So Christ came the first time. He urged us to reform, identify the problems and reform them so that the spirit would not be suffocated in people by bad religion. Now, the point of this is we must always be in a process of reform, and we must use the Spirit to identify the hazards in all of this wonderful development. And in order to do that, we have to have independent thought, critical thinking, silence, and reflection.